ourselves into this one and say hello to a map in the rotation known as Funeral Plains. We have seen this one before a while back. I can't remember when I last casted it, but what we have here is me just sorting out the teams and the stats as I am wont to do. All good. And the map itself, there's a bit of reclaim to be had, 30,000 to be precise. A whole lot of it is a bunch at the back, a bunch of the sides, is a swath in the middle, is a bit of a dip right there as well. So yeah, there's plenty of reclaim all around the place to be had. There's reclaim around the edges. If you can kill some of these buildings here, there is a T2PD defending it all. There is a radar so the T2PD can see and shoot at you, but that is fine. It should be all good. And a nice little E. So somebody belonging to the E clan, I'm guessing, made this map. But anyway, let's have an introduction to the players. We're going to have Team 1 in the red colours, Team 2 in the blue colours. Let's have a gander at who we have got. First up for team number 1, here in the orange colour, we have N Controls. He is Cybran. Just down from him in the red colour, it is Noldor. He's got himself as a bit of UEF. The third player for team 1 tucked in here, another Cybran player. This is Han. This in the burgundy colour. And finally, the yellow player, another UEF. This is early doors and he is walking his way. So that is 2 Cybran and 2 UEF for team number 1. Have a wee bit of an air grid planned out here. So curiously, there is just simply not enough mass. You have to expand. You have to expand your early areas because well, he's actually got two mass extractors right in the starting point. It could grab one of these back here, although it looks like In Controls is grabbing both of those. That's not normal. Normally you split that between those two guys when they have 2 each. These guys have 3 and the expansions are on. Let's have an introduction to team number 2. First off for team number 2 down here in the lavender colour we have Koff. Koff is Cybran. Just beside Koff we have the first Aeon player of the game, and this is Icom, and his com is already walking towards the middle. Beside Icom in the dark blue it is a Seraphim player. This is Nycat, and he's already well forward as well with his commander walking on out. And the final player for team number 2 in the cyan colour, it is another Seraphim. So no UEF for team number 2. They have 2 Seraphim, 1 Aeon and 1 Cybran. Anyway, the Lovely is the final player. He is also walking his way up, got his Hydro done, and there's all this reclaim, lovely reclaim around the edges here. He will be looking to enter into his coffers. Right. Do have a couple of scouts out here. Just have a quick look. See, Nightcast decided just going to send some Selene around the place just in case of some engineers going for a wander, but no fast expansion yet coming from team number 1. Got what looks like a potential small raiding party. Got a Mantis, a couple of Mantis and a scout. They are walking their way forwards. Probably going to go look for some engineers to go do some bad things too, but the only engineers are commanders moving towards the front, so if they're walking to those, they're going to have themselves a terrible time, and they're not going to find many engineers to kill at that rate. Maybe they could catch a Selene that is sitting there doing its thing. Is actually, no, it is actually cloaked, so it is there for a bit of intel only. And when they're cloaked like that, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the radar does get reduced, and it's almost nothing. So it's actually providing very little intel at all. I believe this got nerfed a little while ago, where this used to be a much bigger circle. Like the radar didn't reduce at all when it was cloaked, and they changed the method of how that worked just because it was a wee bit OP, but that is fine. Okay. And there we have it. We do have a Mole and Mantis up the front looking for any engineers that may have tried to rush this point, because that's quite common to do so. You get some engineers up there and they will look at trying to scoop the things out of the middle and stuff like that. And that is quite often a good pick to have. Just a few scouts around the place, wanting to get early warning of aggressors. So actually, we can look at this in lifetime. There we go. So you see the size of the radar for this scout. It is almost about twice the distance of his firing range. We have a look at the one that is reclaimed. Did he just reclaim his own scout? I think he just reclaimed his own scout. That's hilarious. I was about to check on the distance of that thing. There we go, this one. Instead, so radar's just a little bit further than the firing range. So being uncloaked, they've reduced that range massively. Also the visual range, can't see as far. So it did get nerfed. Alright, back to the fight in the middle though, and this is what we've got. We're going to drop coming in here from Noldor. We have early doors walking up this command. We have the Mantis running away, the NG's running away. The two comms in the middle though is Nightcad and Icom. We're either going to go for the reclaim first, not worry about all this drop coming in. Looks like Noldor didn't want to lose those NGs, picks them back up and runs away with them. Perhaps it is 3 comms coming to the middle though, compared to the 2, and these guys need to maybe think about dropping back. Going to dump his engineers down into the middle here because everybody's going to be focused on the commanders. Nightcad needs to think about running away in a great rate of knots because 3v1 will be a terrible time. NGs in the middle are doing their thing. They are scooping as many rocks as possible, and Nightcad standing there taking the brunt of a bunch of damage. I hear a bomber out. Here we go, tier 1 bomber over this left hand side, because there are some NGs that were working on some PD. There's anti-air in the works, but it's going to be a little slow. This NG is not going to make it out. Bombs away. Bombs are boom, but in the middle there, everything's going interesting. It is Nightcad getting pressure by 2 commanders. Down into the yellow, just needs to keep on walking. Stay out of the range and he'll be good. The Icon looked like he was going to move forward at first, but that would be a terrible idea. Yeah, you can't hear the difference? No. What do you mean you can't hear the difference? No idea what you're talking about. Okay, but this direction, it is now Noldor that needs to be a bit careful. He can get double teamed by these guys. He can start taking a good bunch of damage. So he's deciding there's going to not finish that factory and to flee the scene. Can't loiter, and Eludor has actually walked back to the right. Looks like he's just chilling. Yeah, he's just chilling. Nothing doing there. A bit of play in the middle from these guys. Anything? Strategic launch detected. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, but that bomber's still wreaking havoc somewhere on the left-hand side. I think it's finally been shot down. Or is it? No, it's up here. That's at the bomber. Yes, it is. It has itself 5 kills. Having a grand old whale of a time. Needs some air support over there. Awesome anti-air on the ground. There we go. Thistle is coming this way. There's also an Interceptor. Should be last ditch for that bomber. Okay, 2 commanders walking very, very close to each other. I think they're just out of visual range. Nope, there we go. They can see each other now. And that's a dead Timonadi. Bomber's down finally. Drops some bombs on the commander. He won't care about that. Over on the right hand side, bit of an air fracas. And here we go. This is actually Koff coming in here. Wants to take out the T1 PD. Is managing to shoot the wall behind us. Great times. Overcharges are lovely. They actually take care of things. But now the point defense should go down. Those shots were missing. They were missing a static target on the ground. I wonder if it's because of the elevation. Just a very slight hill there. Making this difference. Okay. Sorry, folks, I've got a cough coming on. Where that came from was interesting. And most interesting is this point defense here. This is not actually friends with these structures, and it was shooting this one to death, helping to turn it into reclaim. But back to the middle, let's have a look, see what's going on here. And this is very much controlled by team number 1. They have 3 commanders in the mid. All the reclaim is going on. Factories are here, popping out NGs, and that nice middle mass spot is definitely theirs. However, the corners, this one's still under contestation. Is that the right word? Between these 2 guys, it is lovely, and in controls having to go here, wanting to see who can grab that reclaim. But the bottom right is definitely 100% in control of team 2. There we go. Koff has to destroy the radar, which means this Cerberus turret is got nothing to shoot at, and he's going to pull these up. Not a lot of reclaim in those, only 100 or so. Maybe not the best thing, but mass is mass, and you know, why not? 122 in that one. There we go. Actually gets more out of these pigeons just beside it, and definitely more out of this Cerberus turret. Could be the better idea. Alright, bit of a small air fight here. Goes well for Icom. He's controlling the skies here. Plenty of interceptors. Not very many for early doors. In fact, early doors has none. One off the rails. Here we go. See how that's going to go there. Do we have some upgrades going in the middle? We do indeed. That is Noldor's getting T2 on his commander. Just started. This looks like a left arm upgrade, so that is probably T2 for early doors as well. Getting some assistance from Han to get that up faster. Get some T2 on there, start popping down some PD. That's going to make life a wee bit difficult for the opposing team if they can't get close enough to do damage. And yes, indeed, it was T2. He can now start that kind of thing. Back to this direction. Icom has double gun com. Needs to make use of that as fast as possible. Radar going up. Needs the radar to be able to use that. Can shoot further than he can see. Maybe wants to get some support upgrade going down from Nightcad. That's No idea. No idea what arm that is. Up in the top left section, and this could be dangerous for in controls. He's got his commander there with a smallish army. The Lovely is here with his commander, and if he starts taking out some units, it's going to leave in controls alone without a lot of support. And that could be worrying for in controls, actually. That is a serious amount of units he needs to be worried about. The Lovely will do best for taking out units like that. There we go, nice little overcharge, blocks off a couple of them. Does in controls have access to overcharge is the question, and he does. But he is rapidly running out of units and health down into yellow, 6,500 health on there. But in the middle, we're also having a push up from Icom, who was pushing but has turned around for some reason. Uncertain on that reasoning, but he did. But this is not looking great for in controls. Over left hand side here, gets a rank of Veneracy, going to leave him alive a little bit longer, but 3,000 health down 2,000. The overcharges are coming in from the Lovely, and this is going to be in controls out of there. And there we go, Lovely is continuing to push the unit straight on past. He's got the commander dead to rights. As long as he stays close, the units can go past and kill off some of the eco. In controls are going to die. He's going to pop, take some units with him perhaps. Nope, the units will pull back from Noldor. Didn't want to lose a bunch of those, but now they look at rushing in on Lovely. Lovely now in a not so good situation. He does have overcharge, does have a rank of Veneracy, but that's still a decent number of units to do some damage. But this is a good idea, getting these units to run past to try and take out some eco. Speaking of units coming past, taking out eco, right hand side. Icom has got a bunch of units here. They have taken out anything in that direction. In the middle though, it has, there we go, we have a T2PD down, another T2PD over here. They're starting to get to work on the units that are static from Nightcad, just slowly dying just one single T2PD. It's not their fault. They're just doing what they're told, and what they're told to do is sit right there. Nightcad does have T2 in his comm. He's getting a second upgrade. Not certain what that's going to be. Could be... is it right arm upgrade? Okay, so that should be gun for his commander as well. But the story of the day is the ejection of end controls up the left hand side, and this is actually leaving this section right here available for appropriation by the Lovely. He can get in there, get his commander up and start doing some damage to that Cerberus turret. It's just a Cerberus turret. He should be alright. Checking out the right hand side, there was a bit of a push going on up. It has been abandoned by Icon because there's T2 on the ground. Those are Mongoose, and they will do very, very bad things to Auroras. They outrange them and they turn them into scrap very easily. High DPS on those. Nightcad finishes gun and starts tack missile. So he wants to grab a tack on his comm. Might not be as much use as it could be thanks to a buzzkill already in place from Noldor. He's maybe anticipating that. Another buzzkill there, so definitely anticipating some kind of tack missile mayhem to be done there. Checking out the top left, and well, the Lovely's just walked straight up to the Cerberus turret. Just wants to kill it with his comm. Gets a rank of Veneracy out of it actually. Now he's got 2 ranks there. And he can start reclaiming all of this, making his life a bit easier. Okay, push coming over on the left hand side. This is the Lovely again. He's got a sizable army. Needs to be careful he's not caught by the T2 PD creep that's going from Noldor, as well as the additional army coming over from Han. They don't want to let these guys push on through, and with the PD holding the middle, they can afford to put the units up this way to slow these all down. Right hand side, the T2 has been very telling. The Mongoose have pushed all sorts of things back and killed everything. Alright, attack missile is done for Nightcad. Is he going to actually start trying to use it, or is he just going to have it there as a just in case? We don't know. Back in the top left, and this army is having to retreat in the face of all this, which could actually corner to Lovely's comm, and he needs to think about not being there without support. There's actually T2 in the mix here as well. I see rhinos. So we have T2 land for team 1 all over the place. Do we have any tech for team number 2? Well, we've got T2 land there. That's going to start spinning that Ushivas. That is a good choice. Ushivas is nice and tough. We have T2 land available here, going straight for T3 though. So Koff has decided, nah, T2, flag it. I'm going T3. And he is 1/3 of the way through that. No tech of any kind for Icon by the look of it. All just T1 at the moment. No upgrades going on over here. That's going to be a problem. He's actually going to be using his commander a lot at this stage. Needs to get some anti-air over this direction. Oh, he's got anti-air. He's got indies. Those bombers won't last long, but he needs to be careful because T2 on the ground for early doors, both on units and as commander, can actually start slapping down some PD, and that will be a problem. Shields over there as well. What he wants to spend those bombers on actually is probably this. Needs to try and sort that out. That triad is going to go up though, and it is going to start doing some excellent damage to these units at a great distance. Although if they can get in there, no, too late, it's definitely built. There's enough roars here to be of concern though, especially backed up by a gun comm, and especially if the comm can snipe down that point fence. And this is early doors, looking a wee bit surrounded over here. There's lots of auroras and a gun comm bearing down upon him, not looking good for his health. These mongoose are going to have to play the running away game. They need to kite and try and kill as many of these as possible. But early doors could get focused by these auroras, which they are right now. Down into the yellow, does have himself the T2 upgrade, which gives him a little bit of extra health, but 5,000, ooh, it's not looking too good. Those mongoose are doing absolute excellent work though. Down onto the red early doors, 2,800 health, under 3,000, and the comm falls back. Decides he doesn't have enough on the ground. Support coming over here from Han, and that is actually a very wise move from ICOM. He saw that coming, decided he didn't fancy his chances of chasing early doors. Early doors gets away. He was down to about 2,500 health, not good, and oh hello. Pushed in the middle. This is Han chunking on through, and he's got some T2 on the ground there. It is starting to wreck his base. There's some Airtroopers have come over from NICAD to try and assist. They'll be good at cleaning up the T1 spam especially, and they do some decent damage against T2 as well, but that is a push right into the back of Icon's base. If they keep on going, there's some exposed mass extractors over here. Although there's been some T1 NGs dropped in, they've got a point defense down, which will help thin out anything that comes this way. Nightgate here with his commander, he is going to help plug that hole, and that will be good for his health over this direction. It is ICOM throwing some overcharges down on the Rhinos, so we're going to say goodbye to the T2, but those Mongoose again at range just dominating the T1 units. And ICOM needs to think about not being there. Attack launcher has been pinged. It's got a couple of missiles in there already. Hasn't been used yet. It's got 0 kills. Question is, what can it go for? Well, it could go for a bunch of things because there's no TMD, and I hear it launching. It is going for targets. And it's going to be going for exposed T2 mixes, much like this one here. Nothing. And a strat also out from Noldor. So at the same time, he can actually use that strat to kill off TMD. He killed one there. Another mass extractor down there, drops a bomb on here, blaps out a mass extractor, and damages a huge chunk of factories there. That's not good for their health. Where has that strat gone? Probably off the map as it drops its bomb and carries on its run. There we go, swinging back around, looking to drop a payload down on here. Crunch! A whole truckload of engineers as well as a T2 mix again. Strat Bomber has got 15 kills to his name and doing some fun work. I'm surprised it didn't drop between these two mixes. Put a bomb right there, you could probably kill both of them. But swinging back on through, looking to do some damage back here. The T2 mix belonging to Koff gets a strategic bomb to the face, and that's never good for that. But there is a SAM down now, so there was T3 on the ground. That SAM launcher has been popped up. The strat comes back on this way, it's going to have not such a good time. And which it does, it's dropping the bomb on towards the T2 power, which it gets, but the SAM opens up, flies through a horde of inties. It survives 180 health, gets a turn. Can it get away? No, it cannot. Still did a good run though. And add to that, the attack launcher over here has got 4 kills now, so it's killed a bunch of mass extractors and is still going. Anything that is slightly exposed, and we're going to say good night to that from this thing. It's going for this mass extractor now. That's just not so good. Another strap bomber comes out, gonna put away a bunch of those things. Misses kind of, only kills 3. Good evening, baby boo. Nice to see you. And it's not looking good there. So how close is Team 2 to getting T3 air? Well, the answer is not at all. They've got T1 air. They don't even have T2, and that is oh, that's nasty. 2 T2 pigeons get taken out. right there from that drop. I think they're trying to put a shield over them, but too little too late, and that is very much dead. Over on the right hand side though, we can see there's a push coming up from Icom. He has got T2 on the ground now. Blazes are in there. The maneuverability is incredibly helpful for dodging fire, incoming fire. That strat flies back off again. There are a few things around though that can start doing some damage, being chased by interceptors across the rest of the map. In the middle we have a push coming through from Han. There's T2 on the ground. They're going to run into Icon though, and he's going to be able to take care of that easily with his gun com. Should be no dramas there. He can kill off that. The strap bomber is still doing strap bomber things. The strap bomber is going for Delovely. Delovely, who's been pushing up here with his commander. He's only got T2, interestingly. Doesn't actually have gun. Attack missile launcher is going for, well, looks like it's going for the eco options back over this direction. Is killed off a mix and killed it again because he wasn't sure of step, but that is a broadsword. And that broadsword is going to be problems for Delovely. Although, having said that, he's got a whole bunch of anti-air with him, but broadsword plus the strat, especially if the strat can get a bunch of an air effect there. Strat gets taken out. It was very low health, but the bomb connects with Delovely down under 5,000 health. Broadsword now getting hammered away. Who's going to run out of health first? Ah, the broadsword. The broadsword easily. It is absolutely dead. Popping out some flak now to Delovely. He's probably going to want a shield, actually. That would be the best thing. Attack missile. Uh-oh, he's got no TMD. Well, there's TMD down there, but I think it's out of range. It's not firing. I think Delovely's getting clipped here. And he is. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Very good timing there from Noldor. Attack launcher manages to pick up a commander kill, and we say goodbye to Delovely. Caught out over there just a little bit too far away from his TMD. And that was a very opportunistic but very good kill. T3 on the ground, some loyalists rocking away up this way, running away from some titans. There's T3 on the ground from both sides, but the broadsword's going to take care of those loyalists, no problems. This band of units here just wrecking everything in this direction. Maybe they want to go up here and kill off this stuff rather than stay there facing up against a Guncom and T2PD and of course the broadsword, but that's pretty much all she wrote there. If they can get up there and do some damage would be handy, but that is now one kill each per team. Attack missile straight onto Delovely's head. Very low health, unfortunately. Stood still just a little bit too long. Doubt he was expecting it. He was thinking anti-air because he'd been charged by a strap bomber and a broadsword. Probably figured there was going to be more coming his way. Wouldn't have been wrong, because there was another broadsword being made and another broadsword over there, so Noldor T3 Air going very hard on that. In the middle, got some Elshevers here doing what they can. Got some Flak doing Flak things. Walking into T2 PDs, never good for your health as Flak. You pretty much die. But now, T3 coming through the middle. Titans are in from early doors. They're starting to try and clean up the spam that's rocking through. Right hand side, holding territory here. This is early doors again. He's just got a couple of shields up, getting down some PD. Got some units down in front of him, trying to slow things down. There was a bouncer here. I say was because it's about to die a horrible, horrible death thanks to Mongoose Mayhem. They've just absolutely ripped through that. T1 PD trying to do its thing, but it's focusing down on the shield, not killing any units, but if it pops the shield would be helpful at least. Some blazes over here, having a rouse around to fight the ground. I saw that, they were shooting the ground. The Mongoose turn around and just spam into them, but the blazes are quite sturdy, but not that sturdy. Not that sturdy, they can also deflect pillar fire. And there must be a T2 HQ, there we go. T2 factory down here, spamming out units, but when your units are up here and they get mauled one by one, and now this factory is in danger. Right then, back up the top left hand side, this has been Icom taking over those units that used to belong to Delovely. He has come through and killed a whole lot of stuff over here. There does remain one factory, one very hurt factory. Wouldn't take much to kill it, but they need to get there before it regenerates too much to be able to clean that out. Loyalist is en route from Han to try and stop exactly that kind of thing happening. Ilshver is here. They just need to focus their factory down, get rid of it, and it'll be much, much better. Broadsword, of course, is a problem. They're killing things off nice and handily. And, of course, the Loyalist is joining in the fun. They're not going to get that factory at this stage. Alright. How's your rear now? Still no T3 air is started, 1/3 complete for Coffee's trying to get into that game, get something done. He's got the T3 PGs over here, just because he has the T3 HQ, getting a second one up, going to get a shield up for those, doesn't want to lose them very wisely. Over in this section, it is bricks, T3 on the ground for Coff, that is going to ruin all of this. Add to that the T2 PD and a gun com belonging to ICOM, and these units are not really going to get much further done on that stage. However, back in this direction we can see there's Titans. They were pushing in, but what's there to stop them? Oh, it's a commander. There's a gun com. But support is coming through in the form of Han, and there's some T2 as well, so add to that into the mix. It's going to be problematic for NICAD. He does have some T2 PD over here. He does have a lightning tank. Very much concerned about the air game, and now the commander walks on up and decides he's going to start having a go at things. He's got overcharge as well, of course, just some good damage against all of those. The units over here just getting turned into basic scrap. Alright, top left, and broadswords have been going to town on anything and everything, 4 of them. One's heavily damaged, but nonetheless that is 4 broadswords and a 5th one joining in. They really need some kind of air presence to slow these things down, because they are just going to start going around doing, well, that. Getting off eco. Because why not? We do have a little bit of anti-air on them, and these are Inceptors, going to take some time to chew through their health. In the meantime, the broadswords are shooting back, and they can just fly off in this direction towards some kind of anti-air. There's a flak over here. That will take care of the Inties. Nice big giant lumps of flak, turning those into, well, not Interceptors. Used to be, not anymore. Now, I am hearing T1 bombers. T1 bombers having to go to brick. The brick has absolutely no defense against that. Now it's just going to stand there and take it like a brick does when there's bombers overhead. Just cannot shoot back. A couple of T1... Nope, those are actually the same team. They also belong to early doors, so they're not going to shoot the bombers down. They're friendly. But yeah, the brick's standing there. Not for much longer. Broadswords are doing their thing down the left-hand side. They are seeking any kind of eco they can, because why not? They could just kill it off really, really quickly, keep going. In fact, they could keep going all the way back here. There's no SAMs down here either. They could get right into the back. Right into the back of team number 2 and start destroying eco at a whim. And he's respond in the wrong direction. And there is flak here, but flak does take a while to kill broadswords. They are very sturdy, and they are T3. And they're just going to wander on through and kill all sorts of stuff over here. Interceptors turn up, maybe they can take out one of them. There's one down in the red. A couple of flak over here, they're going to do their thing, but still lose the T2 mix. One broadsword down, still 3 more, and they're just going, yeah, look at them, just going ham on all this. All the eco, all the mass extractors, and it's a terrible, terrible time. Broadswords have done great, great work at knocking out all of those. Top left has a T3 push coming through, got some loyalists doing their thing, and they're doing their thing pretty darn well against T1 spam. They will be absolutely fine. Over on the right hand side, a giant Titan band. We've got, what's this, 10 Titans? 10 Titans ready to tow it up with these, and that would be, well, they'd win if they rushed it. Which they are going to rush it, because there we go, there are some blazes in there of course, but they're only T2. Titans, they're going to shrug that off basically. They could just walk over that group, but they're going to decide to split and go their separate ways instead. Not so great. Okay. Air is having an effect. We do have T3 now for ICOM. Does have a couple of ACFs out, but they have been caught out while trying to take care of the broadswords. ACF behind the scenes is, well, he's got 1 left. Not looking terribly healthy. This factory is paused. Question mark. There we go. We've got everybody in the air now, except for still no air for NICAD. He's just focusing on the ground at the moment. He's got T3 back here, and out come the siege tanks. They're going to be very, very handy indeed. He's going to need a few of them though, because he's got loyalists pushed on the left. He's got broadswords coming on in. He's got some units down in the middle here, just a few Ilshis and a flak. They can't really push this though. Plenty of T2PD will ruin their day should they attempt to get anywhere near it. Right hand side, and this is a Titan swarm. There is a ramp they can come down as well, but they're busy shooting the ground because, you know, nobody likes the ground around here. Shoot the ground, kill the ground, fuck the ground. Absolutely nobody seems to like it. Alright. I'm hearing mongoose fire. Yes, there is a mongoose coming down here. It's going to kill off this poor engineer who's just minding his own business. Would be nice. Up the front we have a T2 radar, so things can't be sneaky trying to get around some edges. These guys are basically trapped down in this corner now, but they won't mind so much. They'll be able to take care of things. Left hand side we see the loyalists are marching to their own tune. They are looking to try and kill off these Ilshivas. The Ilshivas in turn are trying to do the same to the loyalists. And I'm not sure, but they might actually... I don't know which one has the more range here between these two guys. It could be the Ilshivas. So if the Ilshivas can stay at range, they can be alright, but the loyalists instead decide, nah, let's not chase that, we'll turn around, kill these things behind us, and just run back to base. No need to throw them away at this time, but speaking of things that can cause problems, how about some Titans pushing around the back of your base? There's a brick here, some T1 and some T2 swarms coming in. Oh, they want to save this. This is a 90% completed T2 mass extractor. Losing that right now would be a terrible thing, and that's going to get focused right on down. Oh dear. I know it's like... No, this is just horrible. I know it's kind of mid-game, but losing a T2 max that was 90% completed is such a waste of mass. That would win over 3,000 mass put into it. It was 95% done when it died. So that's over 3,000 mass put into upgrading this. That's no reward. And there's another T3 mass extractor here that's under threat. There's a brick trying to do brick things, but these Titans just outrun the bricks. So this whole chasing army is not getting anywhere near them. The bricks kill off that T3 mass extractor. Sorry, the Titans kill off the T3 mass extractor. The brick goes down, and they just carry on. Why wouldn't you? Titans running amok around the back of the bases, and they have done exceptional work. But now they're running some T2 PD up here, as well as some blazers. That's not going to be good for their health. There was a command around here in the past. It's a monkey coming along from off, and it's coming along pretty darn quick. The T2 PD is not terribly accurate. A lot of those shots are missing, just wailing on past them right off the map, in fact. Now maybe they're going to focus down the T3 pigeon, because why not? Out comes a renegade, just flies straight on past. And goes, whoopsie, I'm supposed to be back here, let's kill that. Koff should get some overcharges in, because he can't afford to lose this. If that shield goes down and we lose that, it should be alright though. Titans are finally down, but look at the wake of devastation they've done. They swooped through here, murdered everything around, and kept on going straight through, killing off all sorts in their way. Monkey is just about done though. That's going to be something very useful. Speaking of push through, so up the top here, it is a bunch of T2 with an Otham facing off against a handful of loyalists, and the loyalists are not equipped for this battle. They will have a terrible time. They're looking like to run away towards the T2 PD and the shields. They don't want to die. They want to live, damn it, they want to live. In comes some broadswords though in support. They're going to try and focus down the siege tank, which they do. There's a single flak trying to do something against these, but shame they don't have any lightning tanks. Lightning tanks would do excellent damage against these. When along comes a counter brick from Noldor, so these guys, they're not going to last too much longer. Between the air, the shield, and the loyalists that are in there, the T2 PD and everything, it's not a great place for these guys to be. Over here we have another push coming on down through. A good number of bricks in this one though, so plenty of T3 on the field at this stage. They're trying to do what they can, supported by a bunch of T2 plus some flak behind just in case. But they're going to take out these factories, going to take out the mass extractor, going to take out these units. And then they're going to turn around and walk away instead of trying to face it all. And fair enough, that's quite a sizable number of opponents to fight. And where did that monkey go? There it is. It is on the way. So monkey is on the way for Koff. What do Team 1 have to counter that? Well, the answer is they have a lot of T3 on the ground, and they do have T3 air. There were some broadswords loitering around the place before they could use. Except, have they used up all the broadswords? Are they all dead? I see the ASFs. I see T3 NGs. What I don't see is T3 air like broadswords. A few renegades over here. They're going to have a bad time with getting too close to that cougar. Cougar's going to have absolute fun battering into them. Watch the Daka. More Daka. Lapped one of those guys out of the sky. They're trying to get some work done against Percival. It's going to take a while though. There's only 2 of them. There were 3. There were 2 of them. Now there's 1. Now there's none. Cougars are fun. I do like their Gatling guns. And there was flak over there as well actually, so there was no dramas on that side. There we have a Ravager going up on the right hand side. This would actually be a good target for Mr. Monkey because Early Doors is up front with his comm. Got supporting units in the press as well. That would be a very, very good thing to go for. Goes down. No Omni. No Omni at all going on for them, so they've got no idea where the Monkey is. There's this blank spot where there should be some units. That's if you're paying attention, that's a nice telltale sign. There's something going on there. But we'll see how that works in a moment. There was, I think I saw somewhere, there it is. Counter Monkey being built by team number 1, just about completed, 40,000 hit points, so it's about 90% done. I see some T2 artillery here, just being annoying. It is going in this direction and maybe trying to kill off the TMD. Kill that, and you'll be able to start using this again. Actually, you can probably start using that again anyway. There's some mass distractors over here. Oh, there we go. The Monkey has been scouted straight over here. They know exactly where it is. And that is a cue for Early Doors to flee the scene. He needs to get away from not just the Monkey, but the massive invading force coming in support as well. So all these units, even if they're just there to damage soak, just there to get the Monkey not be targeted first off, and then the Monkey can get range, and if it stops shooting the ground it might do better. There we go, finally crests over the hill, and it's going to turn this little start of a firebase into scrap, throwing the support of all these units, and it is very much a runaway situation. Early Doors needs to flee a bit faster and maybe try and get the Percivals between himself and the Monkey. The Monkey is charging on up. The Monkey has been completed for harm though. Now it's coming over some support, and Early Doors should be okay. That Monkey is going to be well within range. This one's going to be hurt as well. It is, oh, actually it's killing off the Percivals at a distance. Percivals aren't getting a chance to shoot back. Has a rank of veterancy. But here we go, Monkey on Monkey action. Who gets the first shot in is going to be crucial, and it's the Team 1 Monkey. And this one is still walking, taking a lot of extra fire. And that is actually going to be a win for team number 1. This Monkey's going to die, this Monkey's going to survive, and gets a rank of veterans as well for a little bit of extra health boost. Lost the supporting army behind, and this army doing a cut-off of reinforcements. And this group of units here are now in a perilous situation. Yeah, they're going to get wrecked. Throw the Monkey into the mix, throw the T3 in the front, T3 in behind as well. And not even a place to retreat to thanks to all of these, and this Monkey can go for a wander and pick up a bunch of kills. Brick's going to try and do what Bricks can do. They do some good damage, but Monkey does even more damage, and of course the unit support behind him. Look at that. He's going to get another rank of veterancy, get some extra health again. Still more firepower coming on down from everywhere. Titans are sweeping on ahead, just going to throw out some extra damage, just soak up something, distract the units. Going to give the Monkey a bit of time to regenerate some health and keep on walking. And now there's nothing, although there's a strat. It's going to get daggered by the Cougar. Strat pops over here, another strat comes over here, now flies over a Sam, not good for his health. Monkey is turning back because Monkey has to. The strat bombers though, they are going to get hammered by the Sam, and the ASF's now coming over from Noldor, and it's time for the Monkey to run away. Time for the Monkey to run away, which is very much doing. Okay, what do you guys have planned next? Well, a couple of crabs apparently. Monkey can't do it. Maybe a crab can. Where's the build order for that? Some engineers coming back. They're going to pop down to that first, then get onto the crabs. Okay, back in the top, and let's just see what's going on over here. Not a heck of a lot, just a reclaim central for Noldor. So many engineers doing a patrol order, picking up as much of this mass as they can, which, well, they control the area, so hey, why not? Well, where did that Monkey go? Well, it's over here, just chilling out. Just chilling, regenerating, doing his thing. The Strat Bomber comes in, drops some bombs on these guys, gets a bunch of damage done, but then gets wailed upon by some ASFs. That's the end of that guy, but what is going on here? T2 artillery being a pain in the buttocks is with a single Gunther. It's got like 20 kills, just sort of sat there, knocking things off, and particularly there was some things over here. They're all dead now, and now it's having to go to the units that are in range, so not good for their health either. Monkey's turnaround looks like it's going to help shore up some defenses maybe, or perhaps just do a stealthy thing. But speaking of stealthy things, Yes, there was Deceiver in the middle of all this, and that's going to cause some issues. But speaking of issues, this is all T3. A very handful of Percivals, and one brick versus multiple Percivals is not good for the brick's health. Gets absolutely blattered, and the Percy's is just shrugging off the damage for now. A big wave of fire onto the ground, and the brick survives just for the moment. Oh, that ledge has been a saviour for this guy, but finally some shots clip on over and he dies. This brick is not going to be long for this world. Percivals and Titans say no to that. Where has the monkey gone? Did they actually push with the monkey? But it has fallen back. Yeah, it has fallen back. They're not pushing with that. Wise idea. Monkey just simply isn't strong enough to go against large forces at this stage. Get it back and get it surviving. Alright, crab is on the way. It has been started. There's also... is that a chicken? That's chicken. So Nightcade building a chicken. We have Cough building a crab. We have T3 air available all over the show. Just T2, well, almost T3 there for Nightcade. And everybody's in the T3 game. And that would be very, very handy. Alright, checking up on team number 1. What have they got planned? Well, they have double monkey now. One very hurt one completely fresh, brand new off the factory production line. One there. They are building... if somebody's building an SMD, does that mean somebody else is building a nuke? Nope, not that I can see. Just double checking. No nukes up here, and I don't think Team 2 are doing any nukes. They're focusing on experimentals right now. Crab that's getting built there, chicken that's getting built up there, and otherwise it is just ground and air spam for the time being. On the left hand side, it is some bricks doing nasty things to Ilshivas learning that they aren't the longest range unit on the ground anymore, and they get picked apart by bricks very, very easily. They are in full flight, but coming to the rescue is a handful of siege tanks over here, plus a T3 shield generator with them. That should be enough to see these guys off, hopefully. Although there's only 5 siege tanks, there are 7 bricks, but the shield could be the difference here, plus the Ilshivas coming with some extra points damage, but the bricks also outrange these guys. If they can kite, they will win, so they should stay away. Get some air on those, that will be good times. Checking over on the right hand side, we have massive T3 army belonging to early doors. There's a bunch of Percivals and Titans all mixed in together. There's a worrying thing to go for. Some Ravagers over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to be done there. They're going to be able to have a go at anything that comes close. The double monkey is coming down as well. This one is regen back up 17,000 health. Nice there. Can jump into the lines and have some fun again. This one is also in support, so that's looking like a very solid place to be. Going to be a very tough nut to crack. Teeth. I see building that. Are they absolutely certain that somebody's building a nuke over here? I haven't seen one. An upgrade for a long time. Let's get T3 arrays. No idea, but that crab is half done. Just going to want to get some more assistance on that. Reclaim going down on T2PD. T2 Gen. We're going to get some extra mass into the coffers here. Obviously, it has enough power. It doesn't need to worry about that side of thing. Over on this side, it is... oh, the bricks have retreated. They didn't want to push into that. Probably wise. There's all these guys in the way, as well as a handful of gunships. They'll do extra nasty things. Sizable force standing around for Icon. A lot of Harbingers. Maybe want to get something with a bit more range into that mix. Harbingers are a wee bit short range, and while they're doing fantastic against Titans, the Percivals will turn them into scrap, and the monkeys as well will do a definite number on Titans. And here they go though, that push is coming in. It could not have been timed worse, I feel. These monkeys arrived just at the wrong time for Icon. He thought, I'll push this, I'll see what I can do. And instead, he finds himself running into a pair of monkey lords. Never good for your health on that, and he is in full retreat of that. You add to that the T3 units that are behind them, and it's just not good at all for this army on the right hand side. Better check the experimentals on this side. Well, the crab is getting very close to being done. What's that, 80% just about? The stop building your Thota and puts up a SMD instead up in this direction. It has been a terrible engage for Nightcade. I don't know if he just accidentally pushed the units at the wrong time, but these guys have been turned into scrap. The siege tanks are down, shields gone and everything, and the Vulthus, they are getting hammered by the bounce before they can get anything even done. Dear oh dear. Some more siege tanks are rolling off the production line though, and those are going to try and help shore up this thing. As soon as that bouncer goes down, it's going to be free reign for the Bulldogs to do what they want. There we go, the bouncer is gone. Siege tanks now, and they're just getting outranged. They have to push in, they can't loiter back there. They're going to get in closer and try and do what they want, but there's a lot of bricks still coming their way, and they have very little on the ground to repel them. There's a commander over here, but he's going to have to be careful, because should he get into the battle, bricks can do a devastating number on an unprepared comm. Alright, monkeys over here, and this one's now regenerated up to over 30,000. The mega is done. Here we go, that is from Koff. That can now join in the fight somewhere, anywhere you want. Maybe against the double monkeys over this direction, maybe up here to seal the gap that the bricks are pushing into. Air is trying to hold them back as well at this stage. We see the gunships having to go. Got a strap bomber doing its thing as well. And some ASFs in defense though, so Noldor is here trying to keep these alive against the air swarm that is inevitably going to come. Some gunships again doing their thing, trying to focus down absolutely anything they can. Strap pops out again for another bombing run, gets some extra damage on those guys, does kill off another brick. And these guys are heavily damaged. Another bomb on, and that hammers a whole bunch of bricks at the same time. And they decide that perhaps they're not going to push that just right now, and decide to walk away. Crab is coming to the left hand side, just wanted to plug that gap. There's undoubtedly more bricks coming on in, but maybe not. Strap bomb's having fun though. It is getting excellent amounts of damage. It's not going to get rank of veneracy, it's not killing anything, but the amount of damage it's done has been invaluable to stopping this brick push over this direction. In comes the crab. Will it keep on going? It needs support if it's going to survive. Definitely wants to get in there. We have a monkey coming the other way. So monkeys galore. Got one monkey over there, got two monkeys over here. These two are also coming to the left, so they are very well aware of the crab situation, which has been handed over to Nightcat to turn into a single army. But they're figuring, if we put three monkeys over here, have them go up against one crab, the monkeys should win, and they generally will. If the three monkeys manage to rush the crab, get in close, that crab is an absolute goner. It won't stand much of a chance. T3 artillery going up for Han. He's like, not much is happening. Not getting pressured. I'm going to build an arty. And it's... oh, he's building an arty, right. That is going to be a problem. Checking out the rest of these guys. Air grid is expanded out for early doors. He's going all air all day by the look of it. Relying on... oh no, he has got T3 ground factories. Not actually building at the moment. Got one factory building stuff, but otherwise he's just relying on this little forward base to tear things out. The monkeys are gone from over here, so this push could be a thing. There's a side base over here. Lots of PD, just to protect a single mass extractor plus the mass tabs around it, but the left hand side is where things are going to go off in just a second. The question is, can they see the monkey? I think the answer is yes, because something has Omni. No? They don't know that's a monkey. They'll know very shortly, but that crab is enough of a match for the monkey. The Othams in front of it are a match. Now they know it's a monkey, and well, this should be interesting. I've never seen a monkey get close to the crab and who'd win it. The monkey does a lot of damage, but the crab has a giant pool of health and can do a... oh yeah, no, it's no contest. Sorry, no contest. I've just seen the damage difference going down. The crab's going to be about half dead once the monkey dies. Strap bombers over here are going to, unfortunately, delete the wreck, or did it take time to die first? No, it took time to die first, although that is still a little bit low on the health. It's now a chunk, giant 50k reclaim to be had here. Get your engineers busy, get your reclaim, but also watch out for those... where are those other two monkeys gone? Nope, there it is. Two monkeys have retreated over to the left. This one is now regenerated more than a full health one. This is a very ill-advised push coming over from Koff. Trying to push into this army with the monkeys and the Ravagers back here. That is a terrible decision. You want to try and lure these guys away from that, because if you add in these extra defenses at the back, the monkeys are hoovering stuff up amazingly fast, as monkeys do. Harbingers have problems, of course. They're no match for monkeys. They're no match for bricks and Percivals. They are a match for Titans, but unfortunately, there's a lot more than just Titans in the mix. There's two monkeys, and they are just ready to walk forwards and sweep through this. That's not looking good for your health. Not looking good for anybody's health, and those forces are in full retreat as they need to be. They cannot face up against that. Alright, there was another notification of a successful experimental. Was it the chicken? It was the chicken. The chicken is good. The crab is pushing though. The crab is pushing up the left hand side. It's going to need some support though, especially air support, because if gunships come along, that's going to be one dead crab. There's no lightning tanks on the ground. There's like one single shield. There are gunships, and that's actually a lot. Nope, there's stingers. Sorry. I thought they were a bunch of broadswords, but no, they're a bunch of stingers, and they are making a beeline for Mr. Crabcakes over here. You're going to want some anti-air of any kind. There's some flak coming up. It's going to be a bit slow. Stinger's going to start up, and the crab is laying eggs. So he's actually doing that and trying to make them into bouncers. Yep. Trying to get some bounces out, and they can be anti-air. The flak needs to move right on in. They can take care of the stingers nice and easy. Let's see, where's that attack missile? Uncertain, but there's a lot of stingers coming on over. Right hand side is going to be a bit static, just holding the line there after that failed push. But the left hand side, where it's at the moment, some air does come in from Icon, but that's all she wrote for that. Their shield was covering stuff, and there is a lightning tank coming up. I saw the lightning. There's a flak on the way as well. And that will do for the stingers. They are going to die a horrible death out of there. And she'll be right, the crab, except for the fact it's standing in range of T2 artillery somewhere. Must be that one. Yes, no, it's pointing the wrong way. It's T2 artillery. I saw the explosion. Got to be somewhere. Uncertain, but anyway, the crab is down, looking particularly unhealthy right now, trying to build some more anti-air. Or just giving up on the anti-air thing, and it seems weird. It seems really weird. By the way, it doesn't matter because there's enough anti-air on the ground now to... Oh, broadswords though. Broadswords, they are a problem. There's the T3 ID over there. Now if the broadswords focus down the anti-air first, it's going to be very good for their health, and they've taken out the lightning tank. The crab now has not much in the way of options. It's going to move forward instead of moving back. They want to try and force it in. The Thotic stands still back here. That maybe wants to think about moving up as well, support the crab, but there's no anti-air on the ground though. Those broadswords are just going to cut through the megalith's health. Not good for that, just not enough air to support. Over on the right hand side, the monkeys are making their move, and make their move they have. There's a lot of dead stuff there. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot, but in comes some restorers. Restorers not great at the anti-ground side of things, but they are very tough, and they also have a solid amount of anti-air. In come the ASS from both teams. There's a huge number of restorers, so they're going to be able to do some good damage to the ASS, but the ASFs are large in number, and going to get some good work done there. One monkey is very unhealthy, half dead, as the ranked Veneracy run. Actually, they both got Veneracy now. Both of them are very chunky monkeys. But Restorers doing as Restorers do, just tickling away at the health a lot. In come the ASFs though, from early doors. They're going to sweep those out. In comes the giant air swarm from Noldor as well. And that is the end of the Restorers. The crab over here, well, it has died finally. The broadswords have done their job. They have taken it out, and there's still again no anti-air on the ground to take care of that. Engines on the reclaim. But that is T3, that is the T3 artillery fire. It is done and it is firing. It has 57 kills already. What has it cleaned out? Well, actually it's cleaned out Cop's base. No shielding on there, and that T3 RD has had free reign to just dump its payload onto things like this. Not looking terribly healthy. Some big explosions over there, knocking off a few T1 power generators, but that is awful. Single shell lands, damages everything here. The T3 Pigeon explodes, take out everything beside it, and that is Copper's got some problems. Got some extra eco over here. He does have some mass extractors as it is, but his energy actually not looking too bad. Does he have it on his commander? Does he? No, he doesn't. He's got some PG somewhere else, but I would imagine he'll be still raking that in. In this section, monkeys in the middle are doing their thing. They're getting hammered by anything that comes nearby. They are cleaning up a lot though. 124 kills for this monkey, 106 for that monkey. They have been well worth their weight. They've been utilised very, very well. Over on the left hand side, broadswords are coming down again, and they're going to start focusing on this Yathota, which is standing still and ready to die. Single bouncer back here trying to do what it can, but it's going to take a very long time to chew through those broadswords though just by itself. And in the meantime, that Yathota is absolutely going to die from those broadswords. Nothing they can do through that. There we go, that was Noldor telling Dear Lovely that he did indeed TML him. But it is all about Team 1. Pushing through now. They've got armies in the middle. They've got broadswords doing things like that to poor old experimentals that want to do nothing but live their best life by killing other things on the ground. There's this monkey, 137 kills, still walking out to the front. This monkey was hurt, was full of bait, decides to turn around and join in the fun. What is there on the ground to stop this monkey? 1, 2, 3, 2 harbingers. Does the turret shuffle as it tries to aim at something that's a little bit too close to it. Just taking 3 damage there while it tries to black bomb down the mass extractor, which is actually, might be done for this monkey. Not actually hitting the target. Too close. It's actually being shot by this little tiny gun here, slowly but surely taking it down, and it's going to get hammered on. And see you later, monkey. That is most unfortunate, but well, it's actually lucky. It's a second monkey coming up behind now, supported by a huge number of forces. It is half dead, but half dead is still 20,000 health. It's a lot on the ground though, a lot of support, many tanks, shields coming up, but with the Rick and Percival support behind it, it should be fine to sweep through all of this. And there indeed, that is pretty much all she wrote on that side of the thing. What else have they got up their sleeves to try and do absolutely anything? Well, there was another crab coming, but nothing going on there. The left hand side we see there's been a counter grab done there from Noldor, plus the broadswords. And the broadswords come and tries to do some things. The ACFs come out from Nykad, trying to do what they can, but this is again the ACF swarm from Noldor. Going to have a grand old time. This crab can just keep on walking forwards. This monkey can just keep on walking forwards. Plenty of support and yep, spearheads. You know, I saw spearhead stuff. Alright, broadswords coming, looking for any anti-air they can get their fingers on, and Icom standing here with his command. Does have shield which lasts all of like 5 seconds, and then his health pool. Okay, the shield lasts about 2 seconds, and his health lasts about 5 seconds. So, broadswords done, and there's a control K out from Coffee, takes all the air with him, because why not? And this leaves the single player of Nykad here, but he's going to last any longer either. He is blapped by Crab, and Brick's rushing on, and